Hello friends, we are currently on our way over to the east side. This was a plan to do a couple days ago, and so I figured why not do it today. It's colder, it's still out, it's nice, so let's make it happen.
Okay. First.
Whew.
You'll come back to the thing. I think he'll let you come to the beach now.
So for those who have been following the drama, yesterday I hit 700 subscribers, and they got up to 714, and up until about an hour ago I had those numbers, and now back down to 680 something. So I don't know quite what happened there, but whatever did, really sucks. So it really sucks when you think you're getting somewhere, and then something knocks you back down. But I figured I'd start this one a little earlier so that we can actually go over, get to where we need to go, and then go up from there. Hey, Medano, good to see you, buddy. Welcome to the stream. If anyone cares to know, yes, it is cold today too. But I am glad I wore what I did, because frankly, oof. Oh, there's Juanita here. Hello, Juanita.
And he just basically stays there.
Good to see you. Hello, Kevin. Welcome, everybody. Just trying to do my top button up because it is windy, and I'm going to a place that's going to just have more wind. Oh, come on. Really? Okay, today's a struggle. There we go. All right, we got it. How's everyone doing today? Having a good day so far? God, I hope so. Hi, Sam. Good to see you today. I have my hat on, I have my sweater, and my jacket has a hood. So I need to put all 3 layers up. Because I heard that like 90% of the heat escapes through your head. I doubt that's true. Doesn't sound true. But just in case, I'm gonna wrap that head up like an egg. I was finishing another video. Have I missed much? I was venting a little. So yesterday I hit 700. My highest was 714 subscribers, and then I looked just now, and I'm back down to 687. So YouTube unsubscribed a good deal of people from my channel, and I'm just like, I don't know if this is a bots thing or what. But whatever happened, I am mildly pissed off. But that might just be me. I hope it's not something that happened to like everybody, but certainly not thrilled with that outcome. Goodness gracious. YouTube glitches like that. Well, I'm wondering if some of those gifts from Santa might have just been bots. Because if they were, I'm just like, oh, really? Goodness gracious. Sorry, everything's a mess right now. And my jacket just came undone. I only have one hand to be able to do it all up with. So, this is going to be interesting for a second. There we go. Come on. I don't know. It just really sucks to feel like you hit a benchmark and then just to have it kind of ripped away without explanation and without cause. I don't know. It just sucks. I'll periodically go and delete subscribers who use multiple accounts even though they stay subscribed on their alt accounts. YouTube removes that number. Is that what happens? Either way, I'm just like, I don't know. I was so close for him. Okay. Okay. So, jeez. Okay. There we go. Holy crap, that was so annoying. If everyone shares the channel on social media, then the channel will excel. Here's my thing with that. I don't believe in social media anymore. I don't really think that, like, it feels like you could. I don't know. It feels like the only way you get subscribers who stick is to literally have them, I don't know, be used together. But I wonder if that's what's been happening, because sometimes I notice that my numbers go up like 2 or 3 and then they go back down by 1. So maybe that's what's happening. Happened to Yoshi when he hit 500 and he was devastated, but you'll get back quick. I hope so. It's kind of at the point now where I'm just like, all right, I need... It's not that I need things to be at a certain point, but if I can get them to a certain point, my life can actually begin. So, we'll see. We'll see. Happens often on YouTube. It's disappointing. It is. I'm trying not to be too down about it or too... Like, I'm trying not to be angry or anything. At the end of the day, it's all just algorithms. But, you know, still happy where I'm at. At the end of the day, if I'm getting regular people who show up to support, I think that's great. If you dual stream, people may follow across platforms. I mean, I'm always open and willing. So, I have been thinking about possibly doing a TikTok, but then I think I'd have to have a secondary thing to stream from. Or unless I can go through, Prism and do multiple streams at once. But I don't know how that would work. Again, learning. Oh yeah. We're having a good walk today. Gonna go out and enjoy things. It's also colder than I thought it was. So. So hopefully everyone's locked in your Christmas plans. I know, for one, I will be here doing stuff. I've always liked this art piece. I swear, every time people would look by, I always thought it was the people who were actually walking by, but I'd like to actually know the story of that art piece, because I think it's really interesting. At the very least, it's engaging. But I did have an ambitious walk planned for today. So I'm going to go out and see just how ambitious it feels, and then go from there. Because that's what we do. Hi, Princess. Good to see you today. Ugh. Just like, is there anything worse than people who walk slow? I know there probably is, but I couldn't tell you what it is. Oh no, a minor annoyance. The worst thing of all. That being said, we are in for some treats today. We're gonna walk over. The streets we're gonna be the subway stations we pass are Sherburne. Then we're gonna pass Castle Frank. We're gonna make our way over to Broadview. And from Broadview, I'm planning to do Chester and then Pape, and then walking up Pape to the border, and then swinging around the front down Broadview, and then coming back. So it's an ambitious walk today. But hopefully my hens survive. How's everyone doing? I would say people seem to be doing rather well today. At the very least, y'all are always good company. And we like that. Making last minute plans for my event next week. How's it going? Is everything coming together nicely? I certainly hope so. See, the problem with having myself so bundled up around the head is that I have absolutely zero peripheral vision right now. And as such, anytime I have to do something that requires me to move or turn to the side, I just have to turn everything, which is fine. We're good. It's a good time to be alive, even if you're cold. Where does this go? Except for a passage that shipped to the wrong zip code, so obviously won't get that on time. Ah, that's unfortunate. Also, interesting that Trinidad has zip codes. I didn't realize that. Unless it was shipping to somewhere in America. I don't know where this path goes. So I might just go down here. Does it just go to Glen Street? I think it just goes to Glen Street. Yeah, this just goes to Glen Street. Now you could take the bridge across and we could go to Rosedale and go through there, then come out around Castle Frank, or we could just walk directly to Castle Frank. Do we want more of a neighborhood vibe or more of a city vibe? We have until I hit those stairs to decide. Shit happens, I get that. Well, fair enough. Alright, I guess we're doing city vibe. Do you follow a YouTuber called Guard the Leaf? I don't yet. See, here's something a lot of people don't understand about, like, if you're not from Canada, like, these are chunks of salt, right? But if you're not careful, you put them on the ground so that things ice, so that when things ice over, we don't have... Essentially, it doesn't hold the ice as long. It essentially melts it. But if you strip at the wrong point, or even like pets are walking and stuff, the ice, like the salt is really sharp. So you have to be careful that you don't cut yourself many times over during the winter. Don't give up that easily. I'm following through with a plan B. At it, girl. Hey, appreciate when you have many things to do. It's good to do what you do. And do it well. Sorry if the beginning of this felt a little venti. But, yeah, just disappointing when things like that happen. But you just gotta fight back for it. And there's some plans coming up in the next little while, so we'll see where we go from here. Oh, my skin is very soft, so I'm very sure I'll get cut. Yeah, well, you saw, like, when you see how thick and chunky those chunks of rock salt are, it's pretty nasty. But at the end of the day, it should theoretically keep the ice away. I know I've pointed this building out many times, but it's almost like a bit of a beacon. Like, this is as far east as you can go on the west side. Then there's that weird Castle Frank. Castle Frank's kind of like a bridge between. I don't even consider it a borough of its own. It's just kind of, it's not east nor west. It's just kind of in its own little stasis field that no one goes to. Because it's Castle Frank. Everyone who lives here has a house. And no one has a house. So, who would live here? Also, everyone, for those who celebrate, have a happy Friday. I hope y'all are enjoying it today. Or at the very least, hope I'm keeping you company. And that something about this trek makes you feel more warm. Because I do not. Which again, is fine. One thing you will notice is look how empty the bike paths are. Castle Frank is nice residential areas. Yeah, the residential areas are nice, but I'm just like, I don't think I can name a single person I know who lives in this area. I know people must. Theoretically, this is an area that should be thriving and should have tons of people in it. But I couldn't tell you who they are. But here's the thing, like, even when we got to explore it the other day, the area itself is beautiful and the residences are incredible, but not perfect by any means. Oh, the chill in the air is real, my friends. If you are coming out today, stay warm. Castle Frank thrives with real estate ads. Yeah, that's I prefer fake estate. Oh, JFFDH, I know. At the highest, I looked this morning and I was at 714. And then when I started today, it informed me I was back down to 689, whatever it is now. I was fairly heartbroken. But I'm also just like, well, I just have to do it again. So that hurt. I'm not gonna lie. But I think that's just someone generously subscribed for multiple channels, I think is what happened. But then I think they all defaulted to just one channel, so yeah, not ideal. Also, hello Harjot. Good to see you. Hello Lisa. Wonderful to see you again. It was not my stubs, they were all still there. Yeah, I have no idea what happened. Eddie was saying, I don't know. I cried a little on the inside. Now I just gotta keep going. So just like, I can't do anything about it. I just gotta keep going. But also, if you are here, thanks for joining today. It is a beautiful day. It is cold, no doubt. It is cold, but it is a beautiful cold, if there is such a thing. Oh, made it to Castle Frank Station. So from here, it's the bridge across, and the goal is to get down to Pape, and then turn north, go up to the ridge, and then come along on that route. So it's an area I haven't explored too much of, but should have some interesting, I hope it has some interesting neighborhoods in that area. We're gonna find out one way or the other, but that is the hope. Also, here's absolutely a TMI share, but I think it's something that everyone needs to know. When you have a septum piercing and a mustache, and you get outside in the cold, and your your nose starts to run because it's cold outside, and then it freezes your septum piercing, that it then causes your mustache to get very tacky. It's not a great feeling. This happens sometimes because other people feel less appreciated and then unsubscribe. I woke up one day and had 15,000 subs, and then some of my oldest subs unsubbed. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that's what happened, but I also kind of hope. I hope it isn't, but I am ready and willing and eager to be loved, I guess. Love the diversity of Pape area. That's exciting. I trust there's going to be some good things over here for us to enjoy and see, so let's do it up. Let's make it happen. Let's make it so. Let's not dwell on the drama. Let's get walking. Here's the thing. There could be lots of theories about why it happened or what YouTube did or anything like that. I won't know for sure. But I can say that if I did it once, we can do it again. I just gotta keep it up. Oh, hush. Oh, it hushed. Christmas is... Oh, Christmas... Every time I see Christmas is coming, the only thing I can think of is the Muppets song from the John Denver and the Muppets Christmas. Now Christmas is come, the goose is getting fat. He's to put a penny in the old man's hat. If you haven't got a penny, a halfpenny will do. If you haven't got a halfpenny, then God bless you. Am I the only one who remembers that? The John Denver and the Muppets, that is a Christmas album that absolutely I grew up with, and that just slaps. It's just great. Great singing. Hey, you just got to go for it, man. That's my show this year for Fringe Festival. While it was all about Eurovision, was really a story all about me learning how to. I grew up in a very musical family, and was always the one who no one asked to sing, and so I grew up with this idea that I couldn't sing, and just like I don't think my voice is amazing by any means, but I'm just like singing is kind of the one. Singing used to be social, right? And then it became about status, so you had to be a good singer. But when you have, like, the social element of singing has completely been lost, except outside of, like, churches and concerts, right? No one really sings together anymore. Maybe karaoke, which might be why it was such a hit back in the day. But you just gotta realize that a fundamental part of our humanity is being joyful and expressive. And a lot of us do that by singing or dancing, or that is a high bridge. Yes. And I will say that this is absolutely why they have installed this jump rail over here, because they want to make sure that people don't get through. And I mean, if you're skinny, you could. But also, don't jump off a bridge. That would be a horrible way to go. Maybe set your singing as your phone ringtone. I'd have to have a good song to do. Exploring is absolutely joyful to double up, especially on a Friday afternoon. I agree. I saw people singing Christmas carols together in Washington Square Park on Alina's walking channel. It was refreshing social singing. I love that. That's great. Just gonna take a moment to appreciate this view. But yeah, I guess Christmas is kind of one of those times where everyone, like, we all know the songs. We all know the singing. It's kind of the one time of year where people are actively encouraged to sing together, which also might be why it's such a joyful holiday. But I know back in the day it was mostly to church, but church people get to sing together every week. Let's sing some songs together for the rest of it. Like a group of people joining together and singing Mariah Carey. Not well, but like, that's the fun. I do love this bridge. I know it's not everyone's favorite, but I think it's lovely. If you look down, you can see a bunch of the parks. Up there is where the evergreen brickworks were. We have been there before. We shall be there again. My uncle always made 3-hour tapes of Christmas music from Europe. That's what we would have playing all the time on his stereo when we came to visit on Christmas night. It was nice. That sounds lovely. It is scary. I could never walk across there. Well, it's not like I'm walking in a place where I'm like directly over the fall. If I was, I feel like this would be a very different walk. But I love to sing. People think I am nuts sometimes. And others are happy. The world is better for singing and playing music. I agree. And the more you do, the more you encourage other people to join in. So, best time to sing with friends when you're out and about and you've had a few drinks in your belly. Then you start getting silly. Some people start singing. It's hilarious. See, what does that say about me when I just start walking around and just like, you know what, let's just sing in public. Why not? See what people do. What's a good Christmas song? I don't know. When they come up and when the inspiration hits, I will sing. But until then, I shall refrain. Did you check out that video on Discord? I didn't get to check Discord out much last night. I kind of got on, I tried to respond to people who wished congrats, and then I had to kind of duck off. But I'll definitely check it out tonight. Unless it was the I Will Survive Canada. In which case, yes, I did see that one. And that one was exceptional. I remember that, like, I remember seeing that one initially when the tariffs were first announced. I was just like, I thought that was really good. But Christmas music is always about music. So wonderful. I agree. Christmas season is really special sometimes. There wasn't our video. Okay, I'll check it out. I drove onto a bridge one time that was just grading. I nearly had a heart attack looking down. I slammed on the brakes and never stopped, then realized I could not get off it by stopping. That's a terrible time to have that realization. I love it when you're on a subway and all of a sudden a breakout of 50 people, they start singing something popular music from The Lion King, and it's so good. I think that's called a flash mob. I think that's what that is. I'm gonna be a mighty king like no kid was before. It's actually By Guard the Leaf. Okay. I will check it out. So the goal is to walk down, go to Pape, and then circle. I also wore the wrong shoes today, and I want to see if I can come back down this street or Broadview. So I don't quite know where that goes. But on the way over here, I realized I wore the wrong shoes, because somewhere along that bridge, my right foot is now soaked. And just like, no, that's terrible timing. But I wore the wrong shoes, because I just thought that it would be light. I didn't realize how wet it was. But let's check out the Danforth. Classic Danforth. Sure. I'll move off the sidewalk when there's a bike lane right there. That would never happen in Saskatchewan. The cops would come and have a mental evaluation done. Saskatchewan, remember? That's disappointing to hear that Saskatchewan. I feel like Saskatchewan might get into that if you sang the right song. Do Canadians say oot more in cold temperatures? I could not tell you, actually. I don't think Toronto is used to having cold temperatures. Flash mob may all be arrested if it don't happen. Ah, sure. I mean, here's the thing. If you get in and out fast enough, how would they know? They can't prove you were there until they see the video. But by the time the video's up, no one cares. I have never seen a flash mob, and I've never been in a flash mob, but one day I shall do both. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll just start like planning random flash mobs to happen. Hey ho, Saskatchewan or Go Riders, go might be okay. Well, as someone who doesn't know either one of those chants, the Saskatchewan Pirate song would be okay. Are you thinking The Last Saskatchewan Pirate by Arrogant Worms? Because if so, that is awesome. Not a flash mob. Heh. Man, the Arrogant Worms are such a good band. They do not get love. They do not get enough love and appreciation. Although in my show coming up, I am thinking about adding another one of their songs. I don't know which one I should do. It would either be Last Saskatchewan Pirate or the song I Am Cow, because I remember there was a day in high school where there was like 5 of us and we all just started singing I Am Cow. So I thought that it was like a really big deal across Canada, and it kind of is, but not really. But yeah, for some reason everyone there knew I Am Cow, and so we just sung I Am Cow. The things you listen to as a kid that explain what you turn into as an adult. It's kind of crazy. Starting next Wednesday, it's warming up, and apparently it's going to be a warming trend for the next little while. So just before Christmas, it's going to warm to the point where we're not going to have snow anymore. Perfect. Exactly what we wanted. Snow throughout November and December, up until the point where you want snow. and then it goes away. Perfect. And don't worry, it'll be back in February and January, back when it's most miserable. All right, who's playing at the Danforth Music Hall? I love the Danforth Music Hall. It is such a great little venue. Who have I seen there? I saw Ingrid Michaelson there. Recently we saw Ali X there. Gosh, I can't even remember who else I've seen. Saw Ali and AJ there. That was a good one. Looks like Matt Rogers is coming. Tonight it's the Flatliners. But yeah, great space over there. If you ever get a chance to go see a show there, highly worth it. Standing only. Oh no, I think you can sit on the balcony, but you know, mostly standing only. I can't imagine it being warm in Saskatchewan based what I know off of the area. But the east side really doesn't get enough appreciation. There's some really cool stuff over here. It's kind of one of the few areas where there is absolutely corporate presence here, because there's both barn or shoppers behind us. But it's like there's still enough vibrant and small agency. Like there's still enough independence that it doesn't quite feel like it's just another mall either. And of course there's the Greek history. Sam says, Matti, fish and chips are perfect for cold weather conditions. It really warms the heart. I think it's called clogs the heart. But I actually had I went and had a breakfast sandwich from 7 West today, and my gosh, I don't know if I would go back there. It was so expensive for pretty much a BLT, but with just an egg on top. I was just like, oh, this is profoundly disappointing. And for some reason, this is $20. Anyways, the fries were good. And it's like, if you're going to make a breakfast sandwich, you don't just have, my humble opinion, if you're going to have a breakfast sandwich, you shouldn't just have breakfast. You shouldn't just have regular store brand toast. If you're going to be charging $20, you're going to want to go to a bakery and get a nice fancy bread. But maybe that's just me being pedantic. Fish and chips is a British staple. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. The halibut or cod argument is thick with a lot of people. What do we think of these Christmas decorations? Not crazy about them. I feel like they look fine enough. But, not great. Ooh, this is where I went and got my eyebrow pierced. That was almost a year ago. It's been a busy year. Got 4 piercings in a year. We can take bets on how many I get next year. Well, at the very least, I have my next tattoo coming up, which we know what it is. I just try to figure out where it goes and when we do it. Because now I'm just okay, now I have to hit 1,000 subscribers. But then I have to actually wait for what happens next. But by the way, if you are new here, feel free to hit a like if you're enjoying yourself, because that helps YouTube pick us up in the algorithms. And if you enjoy me and you want to help this channel grow and survive. Subscribing helps a great deal, because once we hit 1,000 subscribers, I will be able to make a living off of this. And when I do that, we will be in a very good place. So, should that be of interest, please consider. The best fish dinner I ever had was up in North Bay. After we would go fishing on the lake, me up a sink, we would fry up some fillet of perch. That would be delicious. Here's the thing, North Bay is actually like a lovely place in many, many ways. I'm happy I grew up there. It made me who I am. But it's definitely not the most exciting place. But if I could go back and go, like, there's a place up there called Average Joe's, and they had the world's most stunningly good Philly cheesesteak. I don't know if they still do it, but it was like garlic bread, like that and Greco's pizza, right? Those are like North Bay staples that you can't miss. Well, last time I went up there, I was really excited for like Tammy's Wings, and I realized that Tammy's Wings no longer exists. I was just like, oh no. But then again, very few of the places that I would have gone to back when I was up there still exist. But the ones that do are staples, like Burger World. Come on, Burger World, forget about it. That's just... I will always recommend me some Burger World. Don't worry about the subscriber count going down a bit. YouTube always takes up the subscribers that don't appear very often on a regular basis. I mean, maybe I did choose the wrong time to get into walking. Upset with choice. But then okay. Ever since I got... Hold on. But this cord, for whatever reason, the slightest touch against... The slightest touch against this cord to the microphone receiver will just knock it out. It's very annoying. So I am trying a technique I started right now, where I wrap the cord up around it, and as I go through, I will take it out and go there. So hopefully this works. Some just unsubscribe the higher the count gets, or lose interest sometimes as well. I mean, to be fair, you can't control what other people do, but you just have to hope that what you're doing is something that means enough to them that they want to come along for the ride. You have a sub from Discord. Well, thank you very much. This is my thing, is I never want to sound like I'm ungrateful. Like I'm super grateful. I'm super happy for what I'm doing. I just kind of, I really wish that YouTube would just let you do the whole ad thing from 500. And just like this whole dual layer thing just means that you get like, you can almost make a living, but you're still gonna come nowhere close to what you can actually do. The frustrating thing is that, well, you know, when you have like thousands of quote unquote friends on Facebook or other social media sites, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna go to each one of you and beg for you to follow my channel. But at the same time, should I? Like, is that something I should do if you're not going to engage with the content anyways? I don't know. There's many questions. And again, I never want to sound ungrateful. I'm super happy with what's going on. You just have to hope that it's a little bit easier as time gets on. Is this Greektown? This is Greektown. They are absolutely in Greek. Eddie. Sip and I predict that you'll hit 1K by January. Keep it up. I really appreciate that, buddy. You know, I really appreciate you guys for helping me get into this and for the support that you've been doing on me this whole time. It means a lot to me. And it's given me a way to potentially make a living in a world where that hasn't seemed possible for a long time. So thank you for easing so much of my life that you have no idea. But I appreciate it very much. And yeah, the key thing is I'm not going to cry on camera because, God, it's been a year. It has been a year. The year's not over yet, of course, but let's see. Oh yeah, let me do this for you. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I mean, you guys can come out and say hi if you want to, but I'm pretty sure you're both working, so we'll be at this soon, and we'll see you soon. There's others with higher sub counts than you, but can barely get more than 20 people watching. You've almost broke 100 several times. I will one day, and when I do, I will be like, haha, I am the new Johnny. But I know that there was like the big Walktuber gathering planned at some point soon. When that does happen, obviously, I'll be ecstatic to be there. And I think it would just be really fun to get to meet the other people who I think most of us know each other at this point, or at least have some vague awareness of each other. But yeah, actually, now that I think about it, I'm just like, do I follow T-Shods? I don't know if I do. I should probably make sure I do that. It's like most of us at least know of each other right now, which is good. But it'd be nice to actually have a place where we can all kind of meet, which is good. Henry used to do one every August, but he's been taking a long break. I think the best one is Vasily's in July. Next one. Oh, okay. You forget that this area has some really beautiful churches. I'm gonna let me go. Okay, thank you. Of course, it's a Catholic church. And it's like this building has some gravitas to it. Well, maybe we should aim to do one in January, where maybe I'll just start maybe I'll just have a party or something, and just invite people over. That way everyone can kind of get to know each other in a low-stakes environment that's not about business. And we'll stream the whole... No. Alright. Anyone played Fallout 4? I did not. Ooh, did anyone see the Game Awards last night? Because I know the game I was rooting for did very, very well. Do like a meetup afternoon at the well. It's indoors, they let you stream, people can grab food. That's a great idea. I'll absolutely do that. I'll set something up with them. Actually, I know the people who work at the well. I'll talk with Alice, see what he says. Okay. On the map, I saw that I could go up here, and then apparently this goes to, like, a header.
Want to get back to?
Pretty basic name for a church, holy name. Bet they came up with that one really quick. Here's the thing. It probably went through, like, years of intensive scrutiny, and they were just like, what's the most holy name? and they were just like, holy name, and then that guy became Pope. I think that's how it worked. By the well, I mean like the giant mall, not the bar. Oh, I mean, yeah, okay, fair. Yeah, that would also make sense. That might actually make more sense. Ooh, but this Swiss chalet is decked out. Look at that Swiss chalet. I like my chalet swish. I like vanilla. It's the finest of the flavors. Is it normal for a butt-naked settler to be hobbling around on the roof of Sunshine Tidings? If that's what happened, I missed that entirely. There's a new Swiss chalet opened up earlier this year. Okay. As a Canadian, you either love Swiss chalet or you hate Swiss chalet. I have found there's no in between. As someone who grew up with it, like my grandmother, we would eat at Swiss chalet every week, every Sunday after church. We would all drive over to the Swiss chalet, where my boyfriend actually worked at the time, by the way. And we would all drive over to the Swiss chalet, and then we would have the classic meal, which is quarter chicken, white with fries, and a multigrain bun. And that was our dinner for years and years. I would get a Diet Coke, because I've always preferred Diet Coke to regular Coke. And then we would sometimes get pierogies if we felt extra like having fun tasty. I've never seen that before. White people love Swiss chalet, everyone else hates it. Hey. That's accurate. Pien drinks it with a straw. Oh no, Pien. No, don't do that. Somehow I believe that, though. Oh, Christy. Oh. Christy, you are so wonderful. Thank you for continuing to support this and for being so generous and so supportive. It means a lot to me. And I just want you to know that I appreciate it very much. I hope you have a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and all the other stuff. So, thank you very much. Whew. I'm also trying not to spend too much time showing off my snotty mustache. Because at a certain point, that just becomes the concern. Because it's just like the wax that goes into it. When your nose starts to run a little, it will actually actively push out the wax. So then you just start getting it in other parts, and then you taste. It's not great. It's not a great scene. So here's my trick, is what I'm doing. The issue with this is that because my wire is a little bit more hardened, what happens is that when I do it connected into the microphone receiver, it'll push it out slightly every now and then, which is why I get those weird connection issues. But my hope is that by essentially wrapping it around my gimbal and creating a spiral technique, I'm hoping that now it will act like a spring, so that maybe it won't do that anymore. But it probably still will. But I'm going to try to plug it in. We're going to see what happens together. Does anyone told you resemble that of Freddie Freeman? I don't think I know who Freddie Freeman is. Is it a cartoon? I remember, I think it was 2 or 3 days ago, we were talking about cartoons and the cartoons that you grew up with and how much that tells you about things. I get Chris and Mel a lot, but I also don't see it. Oh, now you're just saying names at each other. I don't know any of these people. Speaking of Swiss chalet, just had the Swiss chalet last night with a free Lindt chocolate. Heck yeah, the holiday special. God, I love the holiday special. Maybe that's what I'll bring my dad for Christmas. I'll be like, here, straight from the holidays. He's a baseball player. Canadian parents, plays for LA Dodgers. He wasn't sick kids, and recently where the kids told him to get lost. Oh no! Gosh, could you imagine? It's like, I'm gonna go inspire these children. Just like, screw you, you're not a Blue Jay. Get out of here. Oh, the heartbreak that was that game. No, the heartbreak that was Halloween. Halloween was the true heartbreak. And then it just, imagine if that had happened. If the Blue Jays had won on Halloween and just partied in costume. No, it's not gonna work. Sorry, I just missed a lot of messages because the phone fought with me for a second there. I get William H. Macy all the time. That's a good one to get. That's a good one to get. Recent one, Ryan Reynolds. Sorry, I missed a lot there, guys. Blame the silly camera. I think I'm just going to try to go for a little while without having it charge at the same time. It should be fine for a little while. I remember when Joe Carter, Grand Slam World Series champ. I remember when Joe Carter, Grand Slam World Series champ. Him and Roberto Alomar were like the two baseball names that even I knew about. So. Matty fighting with his cord again. It's... I know. There is some way to make this work. I haven't figured it out yet. But I will make it work, I promise you folks. #1 Chinese restaurant across the street. Eddie, I think that's highly offensive. We now know what Eddie thinks about Chinese food. Eddie. I know. If Coda disappears, we'll know what happened. All right, where's #1 Chinese restaurant? Landscape, Minnesota. Oh yeah, #1 Chinese restaurant. Okay, good. I'm glad that didn't exist. I didn't have to report you. Don't worry, guys. I'm sure Eddie hasn't eaten a dog in months. It's fine. Me order from #1 Chinese restaurant. Then what's it called? Sometimes it's the jokes you don't plan to make that end up being the funniest. What do you think they sell ahead of us? Maybe burgers? Maybe. I should just call myself #1 Eddie Human then. I mean, I can say I'm not the #1 Matty. I might be in the top 10 though. This burger sign, I love that we were just talking about like North Bay and just like, oh yeah, this burger sign reminds me of Burger World. I feel like that is absolutely the kind of signage they would use on that. It's called Burgers, and it's a Greek restaurant. I mean, okay. Burgers. Greek. I was talking to someone the other day. Do you know how much training for stand-up comedy comes from just walking around and talking to yourself? Because it certainly seems like all of it. Really? Is this not even charging? Yeah, it is. Ugh, my silly gimbal. There was a popular burger place in Regina where they were selling horse burgers. I think I heard about this. But here's the thing. How different is horse from venison? So I'm just like, I don't know. I was having this conversation the other day with someone who raised horses, and they were horrified that I even thought this way. But I was just like, why don't we eat horse? And she was just like, what? I just like, horses. Why don't we eat horses? Like, we eat cows, we eat deer, we eat moose. Why don't we eat horses? It's just like, is there something wrong with the meat? She's just like, you just don't eat horses. And I'm just like, but why not? I don't understand. She was very offended that I even asked the question. I'm just like, but why? It is not illegal to eat horse meat, but they never told anyone. So when people found out, it was wow. Yeah, that's a yikes if there ever was one. Okay, lady. Good job. Stand-up comedians often get their new material from the streets. Very true. That is one thing I've always wanted to do, but I've never got into. But I feel like I could do it very well. So I feel like instead I'll just be a walk-around comedian. Horse meat will make you get the app. Nay, I say. Nay. It was called Rooney's Burger. Okay. Horse meat has a huge kick to it. Only if you stand behind it. That's the key. Hey, we're 1 hour in, folks. What that means is that if you are new here, my name is Matti. I'm a tour guide in Toronto who enjoys giving people tours around my city. So if you ever find yourself or have a friend come here, let them know that I am available to be hired. If you are here for the first time, I encourage you to like, because that will help you to recommend me to other people and to you as well. And if you are in kind and you enjoy what I have been doing so far, I would ask you to please consider subscribing, because that helps to grow the channel and helps to give us more steps forward. To pun is fun, but to rhyme is divine. That's pretty good. It's pretty close. Pretty good. Oh. Horse meat will get you to giddy up. Ooh. But mind you, like, I've heard someone make the same like argument with dogs and cats, and I'm just like, to be fair, there really isn't a good reason that we don't eat them other than the fact that they are animals that we associate with being pets and with being helpful and useful to society. But divine whoops. That being said, if I found out someone was serving horse meat or dog meat or cat meat or anything like that, I would look at them strange. I would be like, no. You know, not something I want. But there is no theoretical reason why we don't eat them. Other than, you know, we also shouldn't eat people. I just want to make that clear as well. Because it's not kosher. So I think this is the top line of the Ontario. This is the top stop of the Ontario line. Unless it goes all, I think actually maybe it goes all the way up to where Eglinton was. There is an almost burger. It's like Beyond Meat, but it's so far beyond that they don't even know where they are anymore. Or it's not quite beyond. I feel like that would be an almost burger. Not quite Beyond Meat. But it's almost Beyond Meat. A supermarket chain in the UK was caught up in a horse meat scam. A supermarket as well? That's one thing. I could understand, like, if people were just like, we were accidentally sold this bad meat that we thought was beef and it turns out it wasn't. Then I would be like, I would be upset at the manufacturers, obviously. You know, where they go and create meat. We'll avoid Chinese food restaurants on that chicken chow. Okay, yeah. Sorry, less than 10 minutes, the Rosebud vlog, Ready Eddie. Okay. I think that's a Ready Eddie message. Gosh, why are we talking about that? Did anyone like Beyond Meat? Because I remember it was pretty, like, I remember trying it and I thought it was pretty good. But man. So just to give context to where we are, way down there is the Danforth. This is actually an area of Toronto that I don't believe I've ever been to. So this is pure exploration at this point. My plan is to go up to the street here and turn left and then continue south and go all the way kind of back to where we came. So let's do it. I am jealous with you and your partner. Same with Matti here. His partner, I thought maybe I should be on the other side and my love life would be colorful too. You seem to be great people. I mean, I think Eddie's a jerk. Yeah, he's very mean. No, I probably shouldn't say too much before it gets into trouble. No, Eddie's great. Sip is great. They are both huge helps and influences to me, and I appreciate them both very, very much. So it said pedestrian stop for pedestrian. So I think that this is where the street ends, which was my plan, to go up as far as I could go and then turn left. But I was wondering if there would be like a lookout or something over the ravine, or maybe an entrance into the park, but I don't know. In the UK, we were saying we're having a Chinese meeting the food, but to visitors to the UK, something, oh. The nuances of language can often be hilarious, yet heartbreaking, but yet hilarious. All right, it looks like we're at O'Connor Street. And this, I believe, is the road I would take to loop back around. So, up ahead it looks like it's a dead end. So, I shall take this path as a route that goes this way. And we're gonna go see exactly where we end up. So it looks like it's turning into a house walk, which I always enjoy. I actually, not gonna lie, immediately I'm just like, I like that house. I like that house a lot. And because it's the Christmas season, any place that is decorated will get the balls. So, get your judgiest hats out, folks, because we're gonna have some balls ahead of us. Is there something exciting along Danforth Avenue? Oh, there's tons exciting on Danforth Avenue. But yeah, there's concert halls. There's so many restaurants. Okay, they put a couple ornaments in the tree and a wreath on the door. It's well done enough. But for the lawn, I'm gonna say it's one ball. One ball. Actually, no, two balls. They had. It was nicely arranged in the tree at least, so we'll give them two balls. Also, surprisingly few numbers of houses out here actually have Christmas decorations up. But no, Danforth Avenue. A lot of really great stuff you can go check out. Mostly restaurants. Some good parquets, I should say. They have the Alexander the Great parquet, which is interesting. Good restaurants. Fresh is there. I know they're a bit of a chain, but they're still there, which is good. All right. This place across the street has a little candy cane garden and a wraparound garland on the house. Not a ton of stuff, but it doesn't look like there's nothing inflatable, so I have to give them 2 stars. 2 balls. Sorry, 2 balls. All right, this place up here has a couple little tiny trees in the front. They've got... Oh, that's it. They just have the 2 trees in the front. Well, the trees are nicely done, so I'll give them 2 balls. But, like, I'm being extra generous because it doesn't seem like anyone here knows what Christmas is. Here we go. Here's a little... Oh, we need a little Christmas right this very minute. Need a little Christmas. Da, 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 da. Okay, they've got a tree lit up. They've got some fancy... based off of what I've seen on the street so far, they get 3 balls. They got 3 balls. The Moncae patisserie along Coxwell, their strawberry shortcake is very good. Ooh, yes it is. God, I love strawberry shortcake. Shortcake and cheesecake go hand in hand in the head. But I have yet to find a great dairy replacement cheesecake. That one has a porta potty. Does that make it better or worse? It certainly makes it more inviting for the neighbors. But, you know. One step at a time. Oh, we need a little Christmas right this very minute. Flowers at the windows. At the windows, and then we need a little... I can't remember the words of that song. It's one of my dad's favorite Christmas songs. Bring out the holly, and let the sounds of us. La, 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 la. Gosh, I haven't seen Mame in forever. 8 degrees in the UK. Ooh. So warmer than here then. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Christmas house. Okay, they have garlands. They have a little snowman family in the front. They've got some little wreaths on top and a Christmas tree in the front. Okay. Okay, easy 3, potential 4. 4 balls. We'll say 4 balls. What is a house worth on this street? Whatever it thinks it is. I don't judge people, just their decorations. Now, I would say a house on this area, probably looking at $1 million. I feel like I've heard that that's just kind of the standard these days, but I couldn't tell you specifically how much any of this area would probably go for. Hello, Zach. Good to see you. The best one yet. I agree, Dale. That's why I'm just like easy 3 on this street, potentially 4, maybe even a 5, but I don't know where this guy's going. I'm gonna try to sneak behind. They have a wreath on the door. That's 1 ball. I actually don't know what school or church this is, but I'm just like, that house is pretty. Like, look at that house. That's a really nice one. I love anything that has like a nice red... Oh, is it the same? Is it the same place? Is it the same thing? Maybe a retirement home? Beechwood Crescent. That is it. Oh, so this is Broadview? That doesn't seem right. But I guess this is all a building. I wonder if it's maybe a retirement community or... Either way, they don't have any Christmas decorations up. So boo. Oh, Sisters of St. Joseph of Toronto. Oh, it's a nunnery. Oh, okay then. That's Fernwood. Something about that just looks like very like Dickens, England, which is nice. I'm trying to see if I can convince Mike to come over and just do a song along one day. Although I'm pretty sure he's already been hired to do carols for a company. I don't know how he did it. He came back and immediately has like 4 jobs right away. I'm just like, you know what, Mike? I'm really proud of you. That's fair. That's great. That's really good. But on the other hand, I'm just like, gosh dang, what's wrong with me? I mean, it's only 1 ball because they only have the 2. I'm just like, those are pretty. Those are pretty. If they decorated those themselves, that would probably be two balls. Celebrate cake. Yeah, a lack of outside external Christmas decorations on this part of the area. But I suppose that's what we should be expecting. If you visit London, there is an Uber ferry on the Thames for sightseeing. I think that's cool. There's actually a lot in London I would like to see, because they have the chairlift, which was apparently built for the Olympics, and then it was just kind of in disrepute for years, and now they've reopened it for a like a sightseeing thing. I'm just like, that's just what it should have been the whole time. No one would take a chairlift to work. That would be so slow. So helpful for a very, very, very few amount of people. And also apparently it was like really expensive too. So that's what I know about it. All I know is that when I go there, I definitely want to see it. They've got some lights around the exterior of their balcony. It's pronounced Thames, not Thames. Okay, thank you for correcting me. Now in Thames. So remember those buildings that we first encountered towards Castle Frank Station? That's them now. Feel old yet? God, what a stupid meme that was. Anyways. Curious, in the UK, Canada's version of washroom powder room is called cloakroom and WC. Water closet? Here's the thing. You would think like a big apartment building like that would have something on their trees in the front. It's like, oh, that's a missed opportunity. But also that just kind of makes me think that a lot of these developers are probably very, very cheap. So but those buildings are nice. Tiny little McMansions. Or as some call it, houses. So this area here, I know you can probably tell, this is just sheer ice that I'm walking on right now. And I didn't wear my boots. I wore my shoes. And that might have been a mistake. I really just say toilets for ladies' gents. at that house. That's so cute and quirky. Can you guys hear that drum line? No, people waiting for the bus. Why Americans call them all bathrooms is we don't bath in them. Right? Restrooms, toilet, there's many rooms for them. Men's rooms, women's rooms, them's rooms. Options. Been watching real estate houses for sale in the UK. I noticed the broker kept saying cloakroom, like, what is this, Harry Potter? Man, what's the difference between a real estate show and fantasy these days? 'Cause they're both clearly living in other worlds. I'm just gonna take a moment to kind of point out where we're at. Like, what a weird little area. Like, this really feels like this doesn't feel like Toronto to me. This feels like a small town with, like, I don't know, this feels like Northern Ontario to me. Are you heading to Danforth and Vic Park? The plan was just to go back to, head to Danforth and then head down from there. But no solid plans. But I saw this on the map and was just like, you know what, this should take me over to Broadview. So from there, I'll just head over. Hello, Otterly. Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for stopping by. It's always good to have you. Danforth Avenue traffic is usually pretty busy any time of the day. I believe that entirely. Bum, bum, bum. The channels are very different from UK. Thanks for playing. You need a T-Rex there. There is a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Okay. I just had like a really bad image in my head where I was just like, this place is called Abiona, and it's like support a young mom and her baby. But I definitely read Abiona wrong, and I thought it was saying something kind of the opposite of that. So, yeah, I just had a moment of being shocked. And then I figured out what was actually being said. And I was just like, oh, that's much better. Here's the thing. The fact that someone mentioned Tyrannosaurus Rex I'm not gonna lie, I have been playing a lot of Jurassic World Evolution 3 because Joel got that for me. He's just like, this is gonna be your birthday Christmas present. I'm just like, you know what? This is perfect. I love dinosaurs and I love park building games. So it's a perfect amalgamation of two of my favorite things. So the only thing I have to say to that is rawr. Rawr with excitement. You and your gang enjoy the rest of your day. Had to wrap up work before the sun goes down in a couple of hours. Happy weekend to all. Thank you for joining us, Your Majesty. Good to see you as ever. And I hope that you have a fantastic eve. Very, very merry happy Friday. Well, serves me right for walking, I guess. That bus just splashed me so hard. Okay, all things considered, this walk is kind of miserable. But it's cold. My foot is wet from the walk over on the bridge. And cars keep splashing me because there's not enough room over this area to actually have like a real sidewalk. But at the same time, it's still lovely and I'm still enjoying it. So I can look at this objectively and still be happy with what's happening. That being said, I will kill that bus driver. Oh, here's the end of Pottery Road. But you warm our hearts. I'm glad I can warm your hearts. Do you mind them flashing at you? I mean, to be fair, I've had worse things flash me. For less and for more. So I'm not gonna lie, I expected there to be a lot more Christmas decorations. I think I just completely zoned out there for a little while. But I'm still walking, which is always a good sign. So, we keep walking. Don't do that to the bus driver, national newsworthy. Oh, Peterman's Bridge, the National. My dad used to love watching that one so much. All right, so let's try the impossible. Let's see how this goes. You charge the phone. No, instantly pull it out the microphone. Do this. It's hard to watch the. No. Yes. Mistletoe should be renamed as Kisseltoe, as peefin are often used by people to get a cheeky kiss. Mansbridge was paid tribute in the movie Zootopia as Peter Moosebridge when the film's shown in Canada. Wait, was that only in Canada? I thought that was everywhere. my whole thing was I was I don't know. Am I excited to see Zootopia 2? I could not tell you. But I remember liking the first one enough. I just don't know if it's one that I'd like be striving to go back to, you know? There we go. Ugh. Plugging it in. Hey, Yoshi. Good to see you, buddy. Okay, what is going on here? Ugh. For some reason, this is connecting in, but it's not connecting in a way that's actually charging anything. Can you just kind of spend an hour screaming at the void? Do you think then things will work? There it goes. Look, it's almost working. And if this can work for the entire way back, that would be no small miracle. Hi, Princess. Still doing okay? Living the dream, walking in the cold, avoiding dog poops. All of the regular normal stuff you do when you're out and about and walking through Danforth. So I can see that we're coming up to Danforth. And from here, I can either go back across the bridge and then go south, or I can continue south to either Dundas or Gerrard, and then cross there. I'll let you folks decide, and you let me know what you think is best. Can you get an adapter to charge and use the microphone simultaneously? I can, and I do. That's what I have. But like anytime I do this, something will always die. So I just have to hope it's nothing bad. Honestly, I think the issue is I just need to get a cord that's much more flexible and able to carry the stuff. Because the cords I have are good because they're long, so I can actually just put the power package in my pocket and then walk around. But because it gets cold outside, they solidify. And when they solidify, it means that the slightest thing can nudge the camera out. So it's really just bad timing in terms of this particular item. But, yeah, it's good. I just need it's really just the cord. The cord's the issue. So I need to find a cord that will adapt and not hold its shape in such a frighteningly rigid manner. It is interesting coming at Broadview from this angle, though, because I can honestly say I don't think I've ever come up this far. Like, even when I visited friends, they always lived in like the Danforth Park, which was just south of here. So yeah, It's interesting. All these little parts of the city that you don't quite expect to be so different. And just like all you have to do is take another block from a different direction. Suddenly you're just like, oh, yeah, I guess it is. Use it accordingly. I see what you did there, Sam. I see what you did there. ICQ, uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no, it's happening. So when it gets really cold out and I'm walking around and I'm talking, my pees become plosive, meaning that when I have a pee, it has a bit more of a punch. And when that happens, because it gets cold, it means that spittle shoots out of my mouth because my mouth gets frozen and it doesn't have as much dexterity. So when I do this, that means that my screen can sometimes end up in many little spittles. So when there's a lot of little spittles out there, you know, it's fine. So yeah, here's my thing, is I know I will get to 700 again. I don't quite know what happened with the YouTube. It's disheartening when you're just like, oh my god, I'm so much closer. And then you're just like, no, I'm not so much closer. But I already had my victory donut for 700. So I'm just like, what do I do now? I can't get my next victory donut until at least 750. And now that's even further away than before. This is like definition first world problems right here. It's like, I want the donut, but unfortunately, I cannot get the donut until I get the donut. Oh. Here's the thing. Well, I will say, another one of my main issues is I haven't actually been online and I haven't been able to be watching others as much, just because everything's been a little bit of chaos. But it's like, when people go live, I'm always trying to get into at least the rooms to have a little bit of talk. I just don't see when people go online as much, which might be an issue that Sam's been facing too, but I'm one of a kind princess. I need several right now. Sadly, there's only one of me. But I feel like that one's pretty good. Can we go to Woody's? I'm dying for a hard drink. Oh, Christopher. I can't afford Woody's. Are you kidding? Just come over. We'll have liquor there. It's so much easier. Yeah, maybe I'll make like a little conference that we can do. We'll call it the Streamer's Dream. And we'll have like any streamers who are in the city can come to the well, and we'll have like a big stream party. See where we go. Sometimes everybody's been doing the same type of walks. And then nobody goes online anymore because all the same people are walking the same streets. So the variety is not there. That's why I always try to do something different. I know lately I have been doing a lot of repeats, but also, I don't care. I still like walking. I'm still gonna do it. I promised myself I'd do this every day. And unless I am physically sick or like safety-wise can't, like that one day where the snow was crazy, then I will not. But otherwise, I'll usually be out and about. And I try to do 2 hours every day. Because these boots are made for walking. And that's just what they'll do. And one of these days, these boots are going to walk me straight to you. You will see me for my event. I cannot wait. I'm very excited to see your event. And I hope it's a lot of fun. My father used to teach at the school at the next corner. It was called Parkview High School, but it's now City Adult Learning Center. Huh. Did I walk past it, or is it coming up still? Because I know there's the no frills up here, but I couldn't tell you what else there is. Oh, sorry. Oh, I think I know what school you're talking about. The one that's right by the bridge? Okay. Sam, would you be able to take Princess's link and to put it in the Discord? Just so I just want to make sure that I can hold on to that one, so I know exactly where to look for the dancing. Unless you're in the Discord, Princess, in which case feel free to lock it in there. Be sure to subscribe. I absolutely will, darling. Absolutely will. Thank you much, Sam. I appreciate you very. I have a great group of mods, guys. Here's the thing. I know I've only been doing this for about 3 months now, but I feel like in that time, we've developed a very good community that I wasn't expecting. And I feel like it's vibrant. I feel like it's a lot of fun. I feel like you guys give me a lot to talk about, which is something I appreciate, but also I just enjoy getting to do with people. And yeah, you make me feel very lucky for being able to do this. And I hope that I can hit the goals so that I can keep doing this and we can get even bigger and better from here. So let's do it, friends. Let's do it. It's almost like we're part of a secret community. And in today's day and age, you know, there's a lot of things that happen that divide people. So it's nice to have something that can at least bring disparate folks together and we can have open, honest conversations, be a little silly sometimes, and just have a good time. And you guys let me have a good time, and I appreciate that. So thank you very much. For my event, I'll get you some subscription to show you how much I appreciate what you do. Like I say, my friends love me. Everyone loves you. That's why we keep you around, because you're lovely. As you can see coming up on the left, that is the Ukrainian church that Randy was so kind as to point out to us last time. I haven't been in it, but it is beautiful. And we are going to get the incredible view of... We're going to get the incredible view of the city, which is just... The sun came and we just went... The sun came and went just like that today. It does that. It is Toronto. Sadly, sometimes we have beautiful, beautiful sunshine. But since it's winter time, that only lasts for about 10 minutes. And then it evaporates into nothingness, never to be seen again. Again, pedestrians stop for pedestrians. It says cars stop for pedestrians. Oh, Beck. This is Riverdale Park East. I love Riverdale Hill. Did you bring a snowboard? I would love to. But unfortunately, I'm pretty sure that is still against city bylaws where you cannot come. Look, look. Everything you can do here, up to and including toilet. You can skate, you can swim, you can ping pong, but no, absolutely cannot do sledding or tobogganing because that's too much. That one said pedestrians drive slow. How are pedestrians driving? They don't know what's up. So even like when we were here less than a month ago with Randy, like pointed out the beautiful skyline, and just now all the leaves are gone. Everything's just sad and winter now. But it is a beautiful view of the city. I honestly think this is actually probably the best view in the city. Liking the stream helps Maddie's channel grow, and it's totally free. I appreciate that, Sam. It is true. It is free. Everyone is free to do as you wish. But should you happen to come on board, we love having you. There's always a place you can come and just listen to us be silly. At some point I just devolve and I just start rambling. But also, holy crap, I am amazed at how slippery this is over here. Like, that is literally just ice. Just ice. Not justice, just ice. So I'm actually walking a little bit slower than I even intended to. Because there is some icy nuggets. Oh, beautiful dog. Hey, baby. That dog looks like Raina. Only she was nice, so she melted my heart a little. All the leaves are gone, and the sky is gray. I went for a walk on a winter's day. I'd be safe and warm if I was in LA. California dreaming on such a winter's day. Stopped into a church, that one. I passed along the way. That was one of my dad's favorite songs. He used to play that all the time. Thanks for posting that, actually, Richard. That's a really nice memory. Singing it out. California dreaming. Look up online at the rude village and town names in the UK. Oh, there's some funny ones. I was just watching an 8 out of 10 Cats Discount Down, and it was one of the ones where Victoria Coren Mitchell was on. So they had the question about, like, which of these places exist and which of these places don't exist. And they had, like, Poopy Hill, or I think it was Titty Hill. Yeah, there's some funny ones. But. Oh, God. Oh, me, oh, my. Oh, God. Ukrainian Catholic Church. Okay, you little freak out. Let's do this. Have you think about being a rock star? In the day of AI music, I doubt I could be. Okay. Oh, so it looks like we can toboggan now. Check the hill for hazards such as rocks, bumps. Use at your own risk. Do I? No, I don't have a toboggan. I just have my shoes and my... I'd have to slide down on my back. Oh, wait, I have a garbage bag on me. I have a bag on me. I can slide down in a bag. No, I shouldn't. No, I should. I have a Randy fact. Coming up at the curve is Toronto's log cabin. Yes, it is. Randy, like, I love how Randy pointed that out last time. He's so, like, the fact that he is so, you can really tell that he loves this. Like, he loves Toronto. I think it's so nice to see where he's just like, he's so willing and excited. And frankly, as soon as he starts a tour guide, anything, I'm completely out of luck because, frankly, like, I won't have a reason anymore unless I hire him. Unless I am the one who gives. I mean, that is an option. That Toboggan Hill used to be a garbage dump. That is correct. And the hospital over there used to be a mental hospital, like an insane asylum. And across the way, that's Riverdale Park. And that's where they used to have. Oh, that's the cemetery. So that's the the necropolis. That's the necropolis. But there's Riverdale Park West. I think that's where we're gonna cross. We're gonna go down. We're gonna go across. You need a guy like Randy for tours. See, here's the thing. As someone who has done tour guiding for a long time, I mean a couple of years, I love it. I think getting to meet people and getting to share them my city and like show them different things, I think it's so cool. But like Randy's on another level, and I fully admit that. And just like the fact that he is so willing to help and support me. I'm a personality. Randy's a genius. Is kind of how I describe it. Not that Randy doesn't have a personality. He's super sweet. He's incredibly lovely. Everyone adores Randy. But I'm certainly more of like and I'm certainly more animated, and he's more subdued. And I'm someone who can kind of get like a little hype, and he's someone who can just kind of calm things down. So together, we're actually a really good pairing, which is funny because, yeah, Randy's great. We all love Randy. The nearest new insane asylum is in Washington, D.C. It's in a not so big white building. I am debating when I go there if I'm just going to bring my lighter down and be like, do I do it again for us? Can Randy be bribed with snacks? Oh, I guarantee you can bribe Randy with snacks. I will say we are all unique in our own way, and together we form a great team. That we do, friends. That we do. Oh, geez. Shit. Ah. I'm okay. Going over to the statue. See, now I have California Dreamin' going through my head. What a great song that is. I would say that's easy. That's I hadn't considered that one before. And I was like, that one's absolutely in my top 100 of all time. I don't know exactly what order all of my top songs are in, but I know Fleetwood Mac's Landslide is right up there. I know the Muppets Rainbow Connection is right up there. Dr. Yoon Yat-sen. Oh, I think he was one of the first doctors. I think that's what Randy was saying. One of the first Chinese doctors who lived here. Was an advocate for his community. Ooh. Can y'all hear how crunchy that is? Christmas is right around the corner. It is. What Christmas movies has everybody watched so far? I saw Charlie Brown Christmas. We watched the Jim Carrey version of Christmas Carol. It's not 2:30, is it? You might want to hold off on visiting the US for a while. There are new rules requiring visitors for the UK and other countries to show them 5 years of media history and give them other info. I've heard that. I don't know how much I believe a lot of that. That being said, I've already got the tickets to the States. I'm only there for 4 days. I'm pretty I think there is a bit of a statement in going to Washington because it is where everything happens, and I want to, if this is the last time we can go to America, I want to go and see some folks before. At the foot of Ossington, formerly called Dundas, Toronto Lunatic Asylum before it became TOURonno Detox Center. Huh. Interesting. I love the Hallmark movies. There's so many of them. I helped, I was the fourth assistant director on one 3 years ago. It was a movie called Art of Christmas. And it stars Brigitte Kingsley, who is possibly the most beautiful person in the world. Dr. Sun Yat-sen was the founder of modern China. His revolution overthrew the Chinese monarchy in 1911. Thank you for sharing that with me. I appreciate that. I actually didn't have any idea about that. It's on my bucket list to visit Toronto. I hope you do, Alexander. Welcome to the channel, by the way. Thank you for dropping in the chat. Hopefully you can come back sometime. Toronto is probably one of the most mishmash, fascinating cities I think you can do, which makes it great for walk tubing, because every day we can go somewhere different and there's something new and exciting. I've watched a couple. Yeah, I think that she's done a couple of them. Art of Christmas was her big one. I think she wrote a very novel Christmas or something. I would consider her a friend still. Certainly someone I admire and look up to. But back in 2010, they cast me in a movie and TV show called Dark Rising. And ever since then, I've still been pretty good friends with them. But yeah, I'm in a TV show. Oh, look at the hawk. Hi, bye. No. Oh, he's coming back. He's coming back. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? There you are. I can still see you. Come on. Now he's gone. Hey, First Last. Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for stopping by today. You have City Hawks? We do have City Hawks. They're not from Kitty Hawk, but we have City Hawks. Oh, gross. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Ugh. Oh, God. Instantly soaked through my foot again. Gosh dang it. Okay. On the news yesterday, Trump offered a gold card path to America, $1 million US. Start saving now. Good. Do you guys see this? Look how icy this is. This is an area that you would expect to have more icing on it, but I'm just like, there's some hawks, there's 3 of them right there. I never see hawks in Calgary, definitely countryside a lot more. Funny enough, I was there this summer as I went and did the Calgary Fringe Festival. And there's like a park you guys have. And when I was walking through it, I found there was like a huge nesting site. So I got to see like a bunch of them. It was really nice. Busy planning the event. Link to my Discord. Be sure to subscribe to it on the channel. Yes, indeedy, everybody. If you can subscribe to Princess, that helps us all out. Oh. You should have ice cleats for these areas. I should. I just wanted to point out the ducks. Because at no time are ducks ever not welcome on my feed. Ducks, pigeons, hawks, eagles, boids. We love boids here. Oh, geez. You know, we'll even take geese and swans, even though they're kind of assholes. There are squirrel houses in those trees. Fair enough. Still cheaper rent than most places in Toronto. Step proud. You just got a Canadian soaker. That's a classic. I'm actually going to not be an idiot and hold on to the edge, because that seems like a logical thing to do. Trump's getting the lame ducked. I don't think that he's going to last, or what he wants to do with the power he has now. I don't even know what power he has now other than the fact that it's, well, you know. Trump is an interesting thing. He is a conundrum more than a human. You know what? I don't know what his pronouns are. I'm going to assume it's they, them, just to piss him off. Piss them off, sorry. Hate to misgender Trump. I was going to say run and slide down. I mean, no. Be very slow. Jesus Christ, that's just ice. That is literally just ice. Oof. Can you guys hear how much I'm slipping? Whew. Trump came back from Asia. I want to use the toilet. The windows blew out the entire East Wing in 4.5 minutes, but oh, I'm not going to keep reading that. Like the Silver Surfer. I mean, my hair's the right color. I remember I used to be so nervous about, like, when I was younger. Be like, oh no, I can't have gray hair. And now I'm just like, hot damn, I look good with gray hair. I'm like that weird sexy uncle. Walk, walk, walk. Walk, 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 walk. Why was this bridge not covered with grit and salt? That is a wonderful question. I'm betting that they just don't do it in winter. But I'm still just like, really? Ugh. Just buy Trump a few magnets to confuse the heck out of him. Mr. T is top-notch day trading pant load. Not a president who left America's gate open. I don't even know what we're talking about anymore. That you are, but you look young. Really, I don't even feel like the need to look young anymore. I just want to be myself. I feel like I'm equal parts silly and serious and salty anyway, so let's just lean into that whole persona. My youngster sister, who is 5 years younger than me, has a whole head of gray hair, and I hardly have anything. That's fair. My sister would probably be more gray than I am if she didn't dye her hair, but she does. And here's the thing, I frequently dye my hair too. But the good thing is because I live with Joel, he just makes sure my hair looks good all the time. So I'm just like, you're the one who has to look at it every day. Someone make a meme with a Trump watching. Snow joke out there. It's snow joke, folks. Snow joke. Nobody visits parks in the wintertime, so the city won't do anything within it to keep it walkable. I mean, you're fair enough. I'm the crazy person doing this. I did this of my own volition, folks. This was my choice. I did this. Now I must live with the consequences. I am going to make my way home, though. So back to the village. So see where we go from here. Oh, cute puppers. Wanting to look young is fair, but it's not a long-term goal as everyone ages eventually. There is nothing more sad than, like, some of the housewives who just have had so much work done that their faces don't move anymore. They're just like, oh my gosh, I'm so beautiful. I'm just like, actually, you look terrifying. Oh God. Why so many stairs? Goodness gravy. Okay. You are now heading toward where my grandmother and grandfather lived, 244 River Street. You know what? Why don't I see if I can find that for you? Would River Street be north or south from here? I'll see what I can do. Hey, Vasily. Good to see you, buddy. As we all learned from Randy, don't pretend to be a bike. Don't pretend to be a bike. It's a weird look. This taut skin doesn't look natural. I agree. I agree with you. Just south. If you want me to, I can stop by there for you. So you can take a look at where they used to live. Let me know if you'd like that. That's the key. First, you guys will get to see me for the event. Ugh. God, this was too many stairs. I'm in reasonably good shape at this point. Ugh. But stairs and inclines, man. They will never be my fun. Alright. Riverdale Park. Alright. I was watching an American stream yesterday. He was confused about UK central heating. He said if you have radiators everywhere, it's not central heating. Oh no. As a kid, the stairs were long. Also asphalt 3-foot steps. 3-foot steps. Goodness gravy. That's too many. That's too much. Also, look at these houses. Those are gorgeous. Nice. I made the best of what I have. I do live around people. That way I'm in full control of my life. That's very good perspective to have, princess. Very, very good indeed. All right. So we're at Sumac Street. I'm assuming river is south from here. Where do I keep going? I can't actually see my map when I'm on this, so I'll run up that like nothing, man. Oh, I have no doubt you could. Here's the thing. I absolutely could too. Oh, it's back there. Oh, it was that one. Oh, I'm sorry. Next time I'm in the area, I'll make sure to get a picture just for you, Richard. Sorry, I've totally missed that. I thought I was looking for River Street, not Riverdale or whatever. That's just me being confused. Yeah. I was like, here's the thing. I could absolutely run up that hill like nothing too. I've also been walking for 2 hours. So, you know. Little bit of a disadvantage. But I made it up the hill. Like a big boy. Doing well. I remember being walked about here as a baby with my grandfather. That's really cute. It'd be a beautiful area to kind of like, I don't want to say develop in, but kind of develop it. We appreciate everything you do. Spoiler rotten, Richard. Oh, that would be a. This would be a really nice area to be in. I'm actually really curious to find out from my father what area my Aunt Vida and Uncle Hal used to live in. Or not Aunt Vida, Aunt Isabel. Aunt Isabel. I never met Aunt Vida. But my niece's name is Isabel. I think it's a beautiful name. If I was to have a girl, I feel like I actually might name her something. I might actually name probably Rosalind after my mom, because I think that is actually a really pretty name. But the other one I would like, if I wanted to do a family name, would be either Isabella or I think Vida's a cool name too. So we passed by Riverdale, now making our way over to Cabbagetown, which is where we're at now. We're coming up to Parliament. I'm going to walk over to Sherburne. And then I think I might... Okay. Do I want to go to college? Or do I want to go up to Sherburne? I'll let the chat decide. If you don't decide, I'll just go to whichever one's... I'll probably just end up at Loblaws again. Let's just be fair. Children are so cute when they are growing. Wonderful Canadian flags. I mean, this is a beautiful house. Like, that's gorgeous. I love a nice dark navy blue as like a highlight feature color, because I think there's just so much it's such a bold color, but at the same time it's adaptable enough you can kind of throw it into anything. But yeah, like navy and gold. That's a beautiful color pairing. And there's something like, in my mind, there's something really rich and luxurious about it. Maybe it's because they're like designed to contrast in a very high way. But like that kind of blue is very reminiscent of like sapphires. So if you get it right, it looks great. But if you get it wrong, it looks awful. I've designed my own house. Oh, really? I didn't know that about you. That's super neat. I've known there's some people who have made like shipping container houses. So I wonder if that, like, inside is in a Pinch Lake blue. Pinch Lake. Well, it sounds beautiful. My postal uniform looked way better than that poor guy. Aw, don't tease the man. He doesn't choose his uniform. But I'm sure yours probably did look better. Uniforms have they've kind of gone from like highly decorative to more functional. But I'm just like, you look at what the postmen were wearing in like the 1900s, and just like they were gallant AF. Just like that is a lot, but somehow it still works. All right, I'm at Carlton. I guess I am walking over to Loblaws then. Oh. Hello, Kyle. Good to see you, my friend. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the day. It is cold, but that's okay. No one here has died yet, to my knowledge. In the UK, postmen wear shorts, even in dead of winter. Oh, I'm close to where you live. I'm close to where you live? I didn't know you lived so close by me. Oh, wait, yes, I did. Never mind. I forgot that. If you're going to snipe me, you got to be quick. I'm heading over to... I literally need like 2 things from the grocery store. So just like, you know what, go over, get myself some oat milk. All the basic things, like just oat milk and nothing else. Why do they call it Cabbagetown? I cannot wait to tell you this story. It's a good one. By the way, this is Revolt. This is where Joel used to work because he is a hairstylist. By the way, if anyone needs a hairdresser in Toronto, check out Joel Johnstone, Hair by Joel Johnstone. He doesn't take tips. So initially his prices look like they're a lot. But when you consider that he charges by the hour, he's actually much more reasonable than other places. And his haircuts are impeccable, which you can tell because you look at my hair and you're just like, damn, that's still nice after like months. And I'm just like, yes, it is. So keep that in mind. But Revolt was the place where he worked, where he had, there was an apprentice who worked there who quite literally cut off the tip of a man's ear, which is a big no-no in hairdress styling. So, you know, keep that in mind if you go to Revolt. And instead, go to Joel. But apart from that, stay safe out there and watch for ice. Oh, Austin, there were some nasty bridges back there. It was, these folks here have the right idea. It is icy AF. by. Oh. I prefer a guy to cut and style my hair. I believe that entirely. But, what was I going to say? Why do they call it Cabbage Town? Okay, in Cabbage Town, this area was originally, like, I'm not going to say settled upon, but like this area was truly developed in the early 1900s after essentially the Irish famine. So a lot of people came over here very penniless. But one of the ways that they could avoid that was that they would actually plant cabbages on their lawn. So this area became known as Cabbage Town because cabbage was a source of cheap, effective food that would allow people to live. So they would grow it on their lawns. And as such, this area became known as Cabbage Town. So it mostly actually comes about because of literally, the Irish potato famine. If you go back to the walk I have with Randy, the first walk we did together, it was actually a deep dive exploration of Cabbage Town. And to be fair, he hasn't gone that deep since, but like that's his passion. He really wants to do tours of Cabbage Town. I'm just like, I want to make that happen for you. So, yeah, we're going to see how he does, see where he goes. I will say, it has been, Joel's the first person who I can kind of just trust with my hair and just not have to worry about it. Before this, whenever I would have friends, even when they cut my hair, I'd always be like, I just want something a little edgy, a little wild, a little fun, crazy. And then they would just give me the safest, most boring haircuts. And I'm just like, go shorter. And they're just like, I don't know. And just like, do it. And they'd just be like, I don't know. Just like, all right. I'm not going to force you to give me the haircut I want, but I would like the haircut I want. You got curly hair. It's more wavy. I have voluminous hair, is how I would describe it. It just kind of puffs up at random directions. It's not overly, I could probably get it super curly if I wanted, but I've never really gone down that route, so to speak. The Dalmatian is booties. You will rock a mohawk. I mean, to be fair, I have done that before, and I absolutely will do that again. But now it's more of like now it's more of a punk thing. Do it because, you know, down with society, all that other stuff. Ooh. 'Tis an icy one, folks. This person is walking so slow. Why are they walking so slow? I like doing makeovers. That would be fun.
Nice.
I don't know if you ever saw the show Clone High, but there was an episode in it called the makeover episode. And at the end, they have like these big montages every time someone brings something up. And it would always be like, makeover, 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 makeover. Time for me to get a haircut. I have to get the back of my head shaved tight and keep me that way. She does not know there is anyone behind her with headphones on. To be fair, her dog was adorable. I'm willing to let her live this time. But next time I will take action. And I will ensure that she knows the error of her ways. But to be fair, in the winter, I always understand when people walk slowly because it's winter. You never know what the conditions are. You never know where the slippery bits are going to be. But once you wear clean clothes and a haircut, you're good to go. I would agree with that. But also, like, add like a fresh haircut to that. That's the killer combination. All right. Literally no one coming this way. No one coming this way. Well, there's a bike. Fine, I'll just wait. I know the car's gonna have to stop anyways. There it stops. All right. Now I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need from the grocery store. Cause I'm just like, I can go and I can grab, I have to grab the oat milk, of course. Of course, because what would you do without that? Oat milk. I had a donut. I had my victory donut yesterday, so I can't have a victory donut today. Can someone tell me if did I pass 750 subscribers today? Because if I did, then I can buy myself a donut. But if I didn't, then I can't. Need disposable heating packs now. I mean, yeah. My sister is a manager in Walmart. Okay. You must have quite the family. Because I know your daughter and your son. You have a sister. Presumably parents of some kind. I did shoulder length hair through my entire 20 years at Canada Post because it was rug management. I was a union shop steward. Are you close around to Paris? You might be close to us. I am currently just heading to Church and Carlton. And then from there, I'm going into Loblaws and taking care of that business thing I need to do. So, yeah, if you're around, come out and say hi. By the way, I love this work. Turns out the artist actually did a piece in Edmonton. And when I was walking around, I actually saw it. And I was just like, oh my God, that's a crazy one. You and Sapanda are just at Bloor Young? Oh, that's great. I'm probably going to be over in like the next... Well, I'm ending this literally on the next block. So had I known like maybe 2 or 3 blocks ago, I would absolutely come say hi. But unfortunately, my legs are tired. And frankly, the groceries won't do themselves. Soon we'll be 1,000 subscribers. I mean, one day. That is a huge mural. It is. It is how many stories tall? 28 stories, I'd say. I always think buildings are smaller than they are. And then I realize how big they actually are. And just like, oh yeah, that's really... Where that mural is now was a good hotel that I went to 2 science fiction cons in. Oh, cool. Man. I remember how good science fiction cons used to be, but like specifically in the era before Fan Expo and the disaster that's become. Ugh. I miss Fan Expo. That was such a fun experience back in the day. They could not walk slower. All right. Well, that's it for me today, folks. Thank you for joining me on this very chilly walk over and around. I'm really happy I got to go and explore a part of the East End that I've never seen before. And hopefully I can keep doing that a little bit more over the next couple days. I've got a couple other great options that I'm excited to share with you. As you can see, my mustache is all but completely flattened at the middle and nowhere else. So that is the gross. But thank you for joining us, and we will see you all very, very soon. Bye.